Hey, everybody, good afternoon, and welcome to day 21 of the Supernatural Weight Loss Challenge. So, I am traveling. I'm actually in North Carolina right now, so I did not get a chance to go live yesterday, but I pray that you had an amazing day 20 because we are in day 21. That means we only have 10 days left of this challenge, 10 days left of this month. I cannot believe it. It seems like we were just at July 1. Now we've moved throughout. And I really want to take this time to give an assessment or to take some time to reflect. What have you learned? What concepts or wisdom or revelation have you gotten in these last 21 days, right? 3 weeks. So it takes 21 days to form a habit. What new habits are we creating? What new eating patterns and ways that we're connecting to God and ways that we're connecting to others? What new and different things are we doing since the past 21 days? Whether you see a bunch of change physically or you just know that you're more rested in your mind, you have a widened communication and connection with God. You can see the little things that will happen. So sometimes we want this big, drastic change to happen all at once, but that's not how it goes. It happens little by little with what? Consistency and the continuous progress of us doing what we need to do right. So, as I always say, I won't be before you long. I really won't be. I'm trying to get a nap in. I'm trying to make sure I'm practicing my Selah rest, but I really wanted to bring up a topic of discipline, right? So today's day 21. You know me, you know your lilac. I'm looking up what 21 means in the Bible. There's a slight discrepancy on what 21 means. I'm going with the one that means it is the perfect number. So 21 is seven three times. If you remember from day 7 and also day 14, we talked about what the number 7 is. It is God's complete and perfect number. It means finished, it means restored, it means established, it means done, right? So if today is 7 three times, I feel like running 7 three times. Hey, Sister Bethan, love you so much. We miss you so much. Can't wait to get back with you and share what we learned from Solemn Assembly, HCMI. Shout out to Bishop Randy Borders and First Lady Norma Borders. We're down here in North Carolina having an amazing time with our HCMI family, fellowship and connection outside of our churches, outside of our bodies is what we need. This is the time of communication. This is the time of collaboration and just coming together with each other. All right, so today is the perfect number because it's 7 three times, 7, 14, 21. That started making me think about us. We are a tripart being, mind, body, soul, right? Hey sis, hey sis, love you so much. Oh my gosh. Hey, how are you? So we are a tripart being, right? Today is a tripart day because it's 7 three times. Now, I started thinking about discipline, right? And what it means to have discipline in one area of our life, but lack it in maybe two others or one others, right? If we're talking about the mind, the body, and the spirit. Let's say in your mind, you have amazing discipline that you see negative thoughts come in or you hear them come in and you put up the block. You have truly turned over every thought, brought it under subjection, brought it to Jesus and said, hey, you take care of this thought, because that's what we're called to do, right? Everything that wants to exalt itself above the name of Jesus Christ, we are to take it, arrest it, and hand it over. Good afternoon, Sister Alberta. Love you so much. God bless you. We're supposed to take it and arrest it and not hold it in our own. Let's say we have really good discipline in that. But then we don't have good discipline in what we eat or what we're consuming, right? If it's a lot of sugar, a lot of carbs, things in high sodium, high fat, right? That's an area of discipline that we need. If we have not really formed our connection to God, we pray and we treat him like a genie, right? When we're in hot water, then we start praying and speaking in tongues. But just in fellowship and communication, whether we need something or not, just to say thank you, sometimes we don't do that. So here is the thing about it, right? If we have discipline in one area, why can't we drag it or push it or move it or adopt it in the other area? I started thinking about this. In my mind, I'm very careful of my boundaries. I watch what I watch. I watch what I say. I watch who I'm around. If people are sending me stuff, I'll block you real quick because I fought hard to get right here, right? where I am with God. I had to cut some things out of my life. I had to let some things go. I protect that with a fierceness that no one can understand because they're not me. What is it in your life that you protect with such a ferocity, right? You put the armed guard there, you put a guard dog there, you have it around in a moat with crocodiles. There is nothing that is going to penetrate that protection. That is discipline. That is self control. If you say, I'm going to wake up every morning, this is my routine, and I'm going to wake up and I'm going to pray, I'm going to seek God, I'm going to speak to Him, I'm going to have my communication with Him, that is discipline. If we lack it somewhere else in our life, all you got to do is carry the one, right? If we're doing some type of addition problem, right? If you don't have enough, you carry it and you borrow it from somewhere else. All we're doing is borrowing the discipline from one area of our life and taking it over to the next. If we have discipline with eating, right? If we have made sure that we're not eating a lot, that we watch our portion sizes, that we're only eating when we're hungry. When we start to get full, we stop. We don't eat until we're just so uncomfortably full, right? Or we don't eat because we're bored. Now I'm sleeping at my own front door. Or we don't eat because we're bored, happy, sad, in our feelings, or eat because we're stressed. If we say, I'm deciding not to do that, that's discipline. But let's say we lack it. Let's say we lack it in another area of our life, right? Borrow. Borrow from the place that you have discipline and put it in the place that you don't. Because if we have discipline in one area, that means we can have it in all. Nothing is impossible, right? If we're talking about the perfect number of 21, 7, 14, 21, 7 is established, complete. It's also about Selah and rest because we know on the seventh day, God, the creator of heaven and earth, every creeping thing, every swimming thing, created us. He rested. So it is perfect rest that we're finding the time to just take a reflective silence. We don't have to say anything. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to move through anything. We don't have to answer our phone. We don't have to be drained or have someone take something from us that we don't have to give. It's a perfect number. And that's what this day represents, that we are in a perfect balance of mind, body, and spirit. If we're not there yet, that's okay. We're going to pull from it. Think of the area that you are most disciplined in. Where do you find the most discipline? What does that look like for you? And then think of the area of the mind, body, spirit that you're not most disciplined in. And that same mindset that you have in your discipline area can shift over to the undisciplined area. We're borrowing because it's all a part of ourselves. The goal is to have balance between the mind, body, and spirit, that we're not focusing and emphasizing on one and neglecting the others, or focusing on two and neglecting one. We want balance and order. Day 21 is a really good day because it's a perfect day. 7, 14, 21. We are established, we are complete, and we are resting. Don't forget that rest. You can call me the rest or Selah Guru. I will remind you of some rest when our bodies need it. We need to relax and chill and not be so worked up. We've got to rest because we're not robots, we're humans. So I pray that you got a chance to get your Selah in today, that you chilled out, that you just were able to lay back and sit in the silence or listen to soaking or calming music and commune with God, that you weren't moving your body at all for a moment, because it's okay to let our bodies process our thoughts and let our thoughts flow, and we just sit in the silence or the stillness, not moving at all, because our body needs that to recharge. But on the opposite end, or in the same vein, I pray that you were able to get active today, that you were able to run, jump, swim, cardio, karate, hiya, do whatever you need to do to get your body moving. Our joints and ligaments demand that we move. I pray that you were able to do that. And I pray that you were able to spend sweet time with our God. I pray that you were able to spend that amazing time with God, that you didn't rush off from that, and that you gave him the time that he deserved. That's the full challenge. It's balance, that we take balance in our mind, our body, and our spirit. Yes, the boring channel, I can see the chat. How are you? God bless you. We have someone watching from YouTube. That is the goal of this entire challenge. On August 1st, no matter how we look, no matter how we feel, we will have created habits that are going to carry us for the rest of our life. Day 8 and day 16 let us know that we are walking into eternal commitments, eternal habits, a new mindset, a deeper and broader connection with God, and we're allowing ourselves to rest. We rest in the thought that we don't have to overeat and that we don't have to just eat whatever we want, that we can choose healthy options to put in our body. We can choose healthy options to put in our mind, and we can choose healthy options to put in our spirit. This is the goal of the challenge, and I'm so grateful for you for being here. We're accountable to each other. I really pray that you got a chance to do everything, but the day is still young. So if you need a moment to take your time to do anything from the challenge, do not forget, hey, Elder from Maya, love you, God bless you. Take your moment, take your time. The day is still young. The sun is still out where I am. It's just barely about to be 5 o'clock. Please do your body a favor, do your mind a favor, do your spirit a favor, and focus and balance yourself out. Don't just focus on one thing or two things. Make sure you're taking the time every day to fill yourself up. Now, you know that Proverbs we're reading coincides with the 31 days of July. We are on Proverbs 21 today. If we're cutting off weight, pruning off and allowing the Lord to lay his axe to things that no longer serve him or us, then we are filling our weight loss with wisdom. There's no better substance to fill the weight that we have lost with, right? This is our muscle, and we take the time to do that. I pray you have an amazing rest of your day. Y'all, I know it's hot, but go ahead and get your sunlight. It's so good for our skin. It's so good for us. You'll feel yourself just brightened and more lively. I pray that you make some awesome connections today, and I pray that you get a chance to really spend time with God and not us just talking, right? Prayer is a communication, a dialogue. I pray that you hear from God in an amazing way today. I really hope to see you tomorrow for day 22. But as I said, I'm out of town. I'm going to try my hardest to make sure that I come on because we are wrapping up the last days of this challenge, and it has been amazing. New revelation, fresh insight, fresh mindsets, new habits of moving our body, new ways of eating. We're increasing our water, decreasing our carbs, decreasing our sugar. We are making sure to take time for ourselves, okay? Take time with our families and to spend time with God. I love you so much. I pray I see you tomorrow. Have an amazing rest of your day. Selah.